Waking up and first of all going for a run. Going for a run for the purpose of cleaning out your lungs and getting a lot of fresh air right in the beginning of the day into the body. We also regard the morning, meaning until noon. We are regarding that this is a certain time frame that is dominated, let's say, by rising young energy, which means that is exactly the point of time where you are supposed to come out, to do the work that takes a lot of effort from you, let's say, until noon. So, and this is why after the morning training, after the morning run, first of all, we have also our breakfast, because after the breakfast starts the first high intensity training. High intensity training can mean that the exercises I showed you with the practicing of the rings, that would be one of them. So you make several repetitions from this type of exercise. Or also I have my personal regimen at the moment of having the hardening exercises also in the morning. So around 11, 12 o'clock we are normally finished with the first section. Then we're starting with preparing the lunch. 1 o'clock it's lunchtime, and followed up by a short break. And afterwards we have the afternoon training, where I either practice again my forms, do some stretching, or do also some standing exercises. The more methods you are starting to discover, you are gaining more knowledge, you are gaining more methods, but at the same time you feel like you don't have enough time to even practice all of this. And this is where now my understanding goes, that there is the saying, it is impossible to master Kung Fu in one lifetime. I can understand somehow where this idea is coming from. And what does it mean, mastering Kung Fu? And there one teacher used to say, practicing Kung Fu is life, and life is Kung Fu. So if you master Kung Fu, it means it's mastering life. It means you're mastering to take life into your own hands. In the Kung Fu, you are responsible to build up yourself as a Kung Fu master. Kung Fu master, master of life, mastering your own life. This is what all of this is about. And sometimes one lifetime is not enough to get all the tools in order for you to know how to fix everything that this life is throwing at you. And this is again where then the idea comes from, that every lifetime we need to use in order to make us grow, in order for us to learn something new within this lifetime. Because if you believe in it or not, just assuming it would be like this, the knowledge you are gaining in this life period, you're gonna get as a new nice package for the next time you come back. Which means you don't want to waste that lifetime right now doing unnecessary stuff that does not bring you forward. Why not? Because in case you come back, you're gonna face the same issues again that you did not solve in this lifetime. The first arrow always hits. That first arrow always hits means there are certain things, like sometimes words or an insult. Somebody is insulting you It's gonna hurt. You're gonna feel that it's like just hit your ego, for example. The same goes for the physical exercise. In the moment I hit whatever material that is, I feel the pain. It's not like, it's important to understand, it's not that something is numb. It's not that like I don't feel any sensation anymore. I feel the pain. I feel the insult. But what now the Buddhist teachings say is, make sure the second arrow doesn't hit. And the second arrow is the one that oftentimes you are shooting at yourself. Because after the first one hit, you are crying about being hit. And that means if I feel the pain and I try to, let's say, avoid that pain, or I suffer because of this pain, that is something that directly with my mind I try to avoid. So instead what I do is I realize, I observe what is this sensation? What is it that I call, that human called pain? What is that sensation? How does it really feel? So what is it? Is it sharp? Is it dumb? Where exactly is it? Where is the starting point from it? How much does it radiate? And so by observing this, I can detect, I can feel that there is something collecting, let's say, around that area, or even trying to collect and condensate in the mind. And then you learn to release. Even if this is loud, but during the exercises, I feel the pain, I release it. What starts to tense up, I use my mind to do the opposite. What starts to cut into the ego, I directly make the opposite of releasing it. And it is this interplay. Something comes, you release it. More of it comes, you need to learn to release deeper. So that means the more you practice, the deeper your level of relaxation, the deeper the level of your ability of letting go becomes. And then it will always be just like, it's like an interplay. The pain is there and you release. Pain level number 1, you can release. Then comes pain level number 2. In the beginning it's still difficult, but you learn, you repeat your releasing. And then suddenly you realize, okay, now my ability has become good enough that even pain level 2 is released. Then comes number 3. Why? Because you start to hit harder, or you start to hit more often. And so this is also like in that process, the step-by-step approach, let's say, to get used to it. And like I said, once you went over a certain limitation, that limit is done. That same pain doesn't come anymore. You went over it. You have overcome it. And if people are insulting you for this type of translation now, you learn to not let it attack or even move your ego. In the beginning it's hard, but future insults, you will just feel they don't move you, because you already have the ability to release. And why would you ever let somebody else take away your life quality just by insulting you? That is exactly what this is about. If you do not take charge about your own internal way of cultivation, there is too much out there that can feel like an insult. But none of that is worse that you are like wasting your lifetime for it, feeling bad about it.